In this video, we are soldering the litter turtle panel, putting a Hobbycam edge border on it, and gonna patina it black. Now, if you missed part one, be sure to go and check it out right here. Go ahead, check it out right now, and we'll wait for you. Go ahead. Sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hey everyone, welcome back. Steve here in the studio, and today we are going to solder up the litter turtle panel. But before we get started on that, if you're new to the channel, on this channel, I hope to inspire others to discover the beauty of stained glass, learn tips, tricks, and techniques so that you can create your own stained glass artwork. I also want to announce that I have started a Discord server. I would really love for you to join the community. You can check out that link below. Now, this is a new server, so I really need your help to build this community. We'll be able to discuss all types of art and other topics in the text channels. And then there's also voice chat rooms available. And this will be the hangout after the lives for additional questions or just chilling out, but after I get my studio put back together. You'll be able to go right here in the live studio and catch me when I am in the studio working on different things for those who have joined the server. I really hope you will join us in the Score Art Glass Discord server. Now, for those who missed part one, here's a quick recap up to the point of where we are today and getting ready to solder their panel. I do urge you to watch both videos and any of the other videos on the channel and like the videos, as it really does help the channel out with the YouTube algorithm. With that, here is the recap on part one. We started off with the rendering of our panel. Then we cut out our pattern pieces and transferred them to the glass by using the glue method. We then made our score marks, used the grozing pliers and our running pliers to get rid of the excess glass. We then went to the grinder, grinded our pieces to get a smooth edge to prep it for foiling. We then removed the paper and cleaned the pieces and foiled and burnished our pieces. This is the foil fit, and now we are ready to tack and solder our panel together. Unfortunately, I had some video issues with the litter turtle panel tack solder, so I'm going to show you on the clean and free panel how I tack solder everything together to hold it together before I get to the solder lines. So here I'm going to flux all the different locations to where I'm going to do a tack solder and put some lead, just kind of hold all the pieces together. Ideally, you should be putting them at the corner where pieces of glass join together. Sometimes this may not be possible, or it doesn't make sense to do it at the corner. Maybe it's getting close to the edge, so you don't want to go all the way to the edge yet. So that's where you would put it, maybe midstream on your glass. So you just go through and just flux everywhere, and then come back with some solder on each of those areas where you've done the flux. All right, now I have everything tacked together on the litter turtle, and what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and get through the solder beads. I still have a little bit more detail work to do on this, but we'll come back to that. So now we are ready to go ahead and do our solder beads. And now I'm just going to go ahead and flux everywhere. And as I've explained before in previous videos, the way I solder is I actually do a flat bead solder on the front side just to kind of get a layer of solder down, flattened out, basically trying to level everything out on the front side. And then I will flip over, do a solder bead on the back side, then flip it back over, and then do my finish solder bead on the front side. It just tends to, get a nice bead on the front for me. It's how I do it. It's what works best for me. So you just got to find what works best for you as well. Let's go ahead and speed up and show you how I solder.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
I have now flipped it over and getting ready to do the regular solder bead on this back side. I will just go through and get a nice good bead going and do that throughout the piece on the back side, and then I'll flip it back over and do my finish solder bead on the front side. We'll go ahead and speed up and finish out the back side. All right, so I have flipped it back over on the front side, and I am ready for my finished solder bead on this side. I'm able to go through somewhat quickly and ensure I get a nice smooth solder bead on this front side. So let's go ahead and speed up and complete the front side and be ready to go on to putting the Hobbycame edge on. So now what I'll do is I'm going to actually start off on a corner with a panel like this. So I'll just turn it up on its side, and I'm just going to try and align it the best I can right now, and I just want to tack it on there. This will allow for me to go ahead and be able to situate it a little bit better, but I want to kind of get it held there. So just take a little bit of solder and just kind of tack it on there. See, this is why I wear gloves, especially heat resistant gloves, just so that, you know, I can get in there and hold it and let it set up. So then I'll go along here, I'll kind of find the spot and push it up in. Just trying to finish this off just a little bit more than just putting solder on the edge. Just to kind of clean it up, and then I'll add some jump rings to it to, you know, be able to hang it. Right, both sides are done, the hobby cane. Now what I'll do is I'll just go over here on this side, and I'm actually going to put a hanger here and here. A little jump ring. And then I just make sure that my opening for my jump ring is facing down so that brake mark that's in the jump ring is actually on the solder line, and then there's no chance for it to spread apart even when it's pulled on. All right, got it all cleaned, and now we're going to go ahead and patina. I had some pre-painted on here just so I could get some imagery. I'm going to go back and repaint all of this after the patina's on and do the final details, and then put the wax coat on it. So this, you want to make sure you're using some gloves. I like to put it in a little cup like this. And then just dip my toothbrush in it and just apply it. I like to be a little bit generous. Some people wipe it on. I just put it on this way. I may use more than what I need to, but I want to make sure I got a good coverage on it, and right inside those nooks and crannies right around along the edge of the solder bead. All right, we have both sides patinaed. Now I'll go back over and rinse it off. Now I use cold water to rinse it off, and it seems to take it the patina really well when you rinse it off with ice cold water, or just really cold water. There's the patina job. Not bad at all. Turned out really well. Well, I really liked how this turned out. If you did too, be sure to hit that like button below. Well, I really did enjoy making that panel, and it's a great reminder for us to ensure that we help and do our part in keeping our oceans, rivers, and beaches clean of all the trash and plastic so it doesn't harm all the ocean life. With that, I'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned for the next video coming up on your screen.